Okay, here we go. This was supposed to be our patient. Maybe she might participate this time. Hey, can you show us? Can you show us how to do blood pressure? Okay, Asada, look. I'm gonna try to make this fun, okay? Our blood pressure cuff, our sphygmomanometer, our air pump, our stethoscope. So we're gonna pretend like my neck is my ears because this stethoscope is a children's stethoscope and it does not fit. We're gonna put the cuff over the brachial artery. We're gonna take the stethoscope and we're gonna put the belly of the stethoscope, I believe that's what it's called, the belly of the stethoscope right above the brachial. Did that hurt? Right above the, I hope I didn't say brachial scallop because I meant brachial. Yeah, I think I meant brachial. Brachial artery. And we're gonna pump this up until we don't hear the brachial artery anymore. So that's gonna be at about 140 to 180, sometimes 200, depending on the person. Okay, so we got it pumped up. Now that we don't hear the brachial artery anymore, we're gonna release the air. You're gonna hear a thump. That thump is going to be the blood pressure, the blood flowing back through the artery. Okay, so when we pump it up and we stop hearing the brachial artery, that is the blood not flowing because the cuff, it's squeezing that artery. So we won't hear the blood flowing through anymore. When we release it, we're gonna hear that blood flowing back through it again. When it gets to a certain place. So a normal blood pressure in a healthy individual is about 120 over 80. 120 being systolic pressure and 80 being diastolic pressure. Obviously in high blood pressure or low blood pressure, that would be different. And it may vary a little bit off of that. That doesn't necessarily mean it's unhealthy. Factors like age, lifestyle, smoking, all of those things play an effect in our blood pressure. Age, you can't control age. You're gonna age. If you're young, you're gonna stay young until you get older. Like, those are things that you can't control. So, age, your blood pressure is gonna vary based off age, based off weight, based off of lifestyle. All those different factors play a role. Things that are caused by high blood pressure would be arteriosclerosis, vascular weakening, I believe that's what it's called. Vascular weakness, blood clots, vascular scarring, narrowing, breaking, or leaking, kidney disease. I'm sure there's more, etc. Arteriosclerosis is basically when the arteries lose their elasticity, and they can become hardened, and your arteries can become hardened, and blood won't be able to flow through there, and yeah. So I'm gonna read it off here too, so I can make sure I didn't mess anything up or leave anything out. So it says the arteries become less elastic and become firm, which can lead to plaque buildup and block blood flow. So basically what I just said, they just worded it differently. Vascular weakness, when blood vessels become stretched too thin, they can rupture, causing stroke or aneurysm. So if this is your blood vessel, and my finger is blood going through it. Okay, so this is obviously not high blood pressure. This might actually be low blood pressure. This would be high blood pressure. You see how my hand expanded when I put my fist through it? Okay, well that's initially what is gonna happen as blood pressure increases and increases. the blood vessels are expanding beyond their natural capacity, causing damage to the blood vessels and even to the blood cells. Because if the red blood cells are beating against the walls of the blood vessels continuously because of the pressure that's already there, their lifespan, blood vessels already, or red blood cells already have a certain lifespan because of their lack of organelles, because they don't have a nucleus. So, and they don't have a nucleus so they can carry oxygen. So they already have a certain amount of life until they, are no longer any good. But if you have high blood pressure, they most likely will wear down faster. Your body will have to reproduce blood cells faster, red blood cells faster. So I already showed you guys how to take blood pressure. She participated this time. Yay! I told you a couple things that are caused by high blood pressure. I told you a couple things that are caused by high blood pressure, and I told you a couple of things that cause high blood pressure. Stress is another one that causes high blood pressure. But I think that about sums it up. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, so I'm going to just mention it again. Systolic pressure, I know I said it's the top number, the 120, and that diastolic is the 80, the bottom number, but I don't know if I told you guys what exactly systolic blood pressure is and what exactly diastolic blood pressure is. So I'm going to say it again if I already said it, and if not, this is new information. But systolic blood pressure is the pressure that the arteries experience while the heart is working. And diastolic blood pressure is the pressure that the arteries experience while the heart is resting. So, so whenever you're pumping the blood cuff up, when you stop hearing the brachial artery, is that the systolic pressure? No, that's not the systolic pressure. That first thump coming down from, like when you release the valve, that first thump is systolic. That second thump is going to be the diastolic. So once you hear the blood flow through the artery again, that first thump is going to be the systolic. That second thump will be the diastolic. I think that about sums it up. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video.